Hi, my name is Wendy, and I was flown here by Peter Pan. Who are you guys? We're the Lost Boys, and we're here to make sure that girls like you don't get a chance to come over here and mess with Peter Pan. You're the Lost Boys? Oh my gosh, you're all girls though. So what if we're girls? What's that got to do with anything? We can be Lost Boys too. We're just as strong as boys are. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I misgendered you. I'll never do it again. Please don't cancel me. Please. I want to be here with you, the Lost Boys and girls, boys, and until they take Peter Pan out of his own movie and make it all about me, Wendy, the stronger one, stronger than men, and always make sure that women are the first on the totem pole and not men, masculine men. Well, in that case, then you're part of us, and we would love for you to join us. Get rid of Peter!
That movie sucks. Save your dollar.
Yeah. Here we go, I'm TJQUaKe, the ghetto gamer on this gaming thing. Yeah.
Ski, what is cracking people? This is TJQUaKe. You know what I do. Here at TJQUaKe's Ghetto Gaming Pop Culture Talk. You know how I am, and you know how I got to get down to the business of the business at hand. Because we always talk about the latest and greatest and all the craziness that's going on in this damn world, in our daggum country here. Good old US of A. Well, here we talk about pop culture, movies, politics, you know, the whole shebang. And today we're going to get into some movie talk. We're going to get into some movie talk because yes, ladies and gentlemen, the pop culture, it actually revolves around what I guess you can say is pop culture, your culture. And movies today and the media and everything else that goes along with this entertainment business is starting to get very stale. Very stale. And what I mean by stale, I mean like they're going the road of the dodo bird. The dodo bird. And so what I'm here to do right now is, you guys, we've been talking about all kinds of different topics. You guys, I want to thank, first of all, before we get into this whole thing, because we are going to be talking about the latest thing coming out of Disney, right? Disney Plus, Disneyland, Disney Whackity Whack, Want to Groom Your Children and everything. Yeah, we're going to be talking about the new Peter Pan and Wendy movie. Yeah, luckily, thank goodness for them. Thank goodness for them that it's only going to come on Disney Plus, which everybody's pretty much, exiting that right now. They're Disney's losing subscriptions left and right, and you're going to find out why. Today, we're going to tell you why. So, once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your boy, TJQUaKe, your ghetto gamer, and the reason why they call me the ghetto gamer, because I am a gamer. I do have a gaming channel. I do Twitch. I do a little YouTube streaming, and I get in there and I play the latest and greatest and all those kind of funky, great, blazing games out there. So that's what I do. So what we're going to get into today, and I'd like to say one more time, you guys, thank you, all you guys out there who've come in and subscribed over the last couple of days. I'm like, wow. I threw out this topic just a couple days ago on, Scott Adams, who basically was pretty much saying what a lot of, racist black people be saying. And he's wrong in what he said. I want to make that very clear, you guys, because some of you, I don't want people thinking that, oh, TJQUaKe's he's for, separating blacks and whites and stuff like that. No. That was not at all what my video is about. My video is more about bringing us together, not separating us and so forth. So I want everybody to be clear on that it's about getting rid of the whole idea that we're going to go back to Jim Crow, because that's the thing that I don't like. That's the thing that I see people on the left doing, people that are progressives, all these type of people that follow under the Democratic Party, which can be white or black, Latino, Asian, all of them wokety wokes. It's mainly I'm talking about them. They're the ones that are separating us. They're the ones that are causing this chaos of Jim Crow again, Jim Crow 2.0, and that's what's happening. And so that's what I was talking about, and I want to get rid of that shiz. I'm done with it. I'm done with all the craziness. So what we want to do is we want to get people like-minded who want to get back with that melting pot, the way it used to be, the way I grew up. And so this also now is affecting our movies. And as you guys can see, today's topic is the whole Peter Pan and Wendy bullshizzle. Because once again, ladies and gentlemen, Disney does it again with their propaganda bullshiz. Is what they like to do is they like to put in these stupid dumb things like, oh, well, look at this. We're gonna go ahead and diversitize. We're gonna race swap all the characters from Disney classics, old Disney classics. I want to tell you something about Peter Pan, you guys. Oh, Peter Pan. This was my childhood favorite Disney cartoon. Okay, this is kind of like what kind of put a spark in me as a little 5-year-old, 6-year-old kid at the time when I first got to hear Peter Pan. It was like it's story time. When we had real story time, you didn't have a drag queen in there telling you a story. No, it was grown-ups, real grown-ups that actually didn't try to groom your kid. No, we had somebody that actually gave us a story. He had a story with the Peter Pan book. It was a big book like this big. And I remember it was around our nap time, and he would tell the story. And he had a little tape recorder and had the Walt Disney the cassette tape. He played it there, and the tape would play the whole story, the whole Peter Pan cartoon, but it was on cassette. And he would just turn the pages, flip the pages for each scene. Which kind of gave me the idea that I later on grasped when I was a little kid, started making little comic movies and everything. But anyway, so that's how I was introduced to Peter Pan. And for some reason, I was one of the few kids that stayed up and didn't fall asleep during nap time, because that's I was in preschool and everything. And I'll never forget it. I stood there and I was just like this in awe, watching the book, reading, listening to the tape, and we can fly, Peter Pan, the Lost Boys, all that wonderful stuff. And that's how I got introduced to Peter Pan, Tinkerbell, and all these wonderful things. It was my first Disney, I guess you could say the first time I ever got to be introduced to Disney and everything. Well, not that I didn't go to Disneyland before that, but you know what I mean. I saw that for the first time through a storybook and a little cassette. And Peter Pan was my all-time favorite. It's been my favorite to this day. I'm a collector of Peter Pan movies. Hook, when it came out with Robin Williams. What's the other one that came out called Pan? Kind of the backstory behind how Peter Pan became who he was. The other movie that was a remake, it was a real remake live-action movie of Peter Pan. And these were good movies. I actually thought they stayed with the lore of Peter Pan, Wendy, Michael, all of the Lost Boys, Captain Hook, and all that stuff. Smee. These were classics. And I loved how they did it with Robin Williams coming back as Peter Pan has grown up. Disney has lost that, you guys. Disney has completely gone, I remember those clocks when Hook was always smashing and shit, and they just kept going. Well, that's Disney right now. The damn clocks never stop clicking, whatever. It's horrible now, and it's beyond just like I don't know what to call this bullshit anymore. But you see the trailer, and I would normally show you guys what the trailer is and everything. This is Wendy right here at the beginning. And so forth. And she's coming she gets the whole thing when Peter finally brings Wendy and Michael and all them to Neverland. And so when they get here, she obviously gets kind of lost and trying to look for her brothers. And then she runs into guess who she runs into? That's right, the normal way it should have been, which was the Lost Boys. Right here. She runs into the Lost Boys and everything. And as you can see, the Lost Boys don't look very boyish. I see maybe one boy. There's this one here. There was another one that came in. Wendy comes in here and, she says her little thing.
But you're not all boys. So?
And that was it. But you're not all boys. So? Two girls up here freaking going, so? So here we go, you guys. Here we go. It's supposed to be the Lost Boys, and they replace them with girls. Remember the two twins? Yeah, I remember these boys. They were supposed to be two twin boys, and they replaced the boys with two twin girls and everything. And the race, they race swapped them as well as that. On top of that, and so forth, they dressed the girls up like they're supposed to be little pirate boys and so forth. And as soon as she says, "But you guys are called the Lost Boys, but why you guys are all girls?" And everything. And of course, here comes Kathleen Kennedy. Women power! All the women can be just like boys too, and this is what we're gonna start doing. We're gonna race swap everybody, and it's just gonna be this whole freaking piece of garbage. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what Peter Pan. I would play, a lot of the trailer, but Disney is getting pissed off because you got all these creators like myself who are out there just talking shiz on this right now. It's getting obliterated. This trailer has got so many dislikes. You see how this trailer right here, it shows right here on the likes at 679. Now, see, I don't have that code thing that a lot of these guys have where they can go in there and see the real dislikes and so forth. The dislikes are in the 100,000s range compared to 679 here and everything. People are hating on this freaking thing, dude. They're calling this just bullshit and everything. And you can see it in a lot of the comments underneath the trailer. The trailer, people are loving it. They're hating on it. That's what they're loving and so forth. And here we go right here. Peter Pan and Wendy Twitter pissed over Black Tinkerbell. That's right. This is the next one right here, you guys. Tinkerbell is no longer a white, blue-eyed blonde girl. She's black. The all-known Tinkerbell we've all known for eons. She's no longer the little Tinkerbell that we all grew up with. She's now black and everything. Not that there's not black fairies, because they did all kinds of little Tinkerbell based stories on Tinkerbell and where she comes from. And guess what? There's different races of fairies, but Tinkerbell was white. And this is when we get into that whole freaking bullshit with this is the reason why what I was talking about in my last video. And so forth. Why are you replacing? I didn't like it when they replaced black characters with white characters, like Egyptian characters. They making all these Egyptians all white. And I'm like, what the frick? No. the Egyptians were white and so forth. So I don't like it when they do it when they do it with black characters and so forth. And I definitely don't like it when they do it with white characters like Snow White. We got now Snow White. They race changed. We got freaking now, Tinkerbell in this one. They got the Little Mermaid. They race changed her and so forth. They even changed the whole story because she don't need no man. I'm a woman. Hear us women roar. We don't need men. Okay? And so forth. So they're totally changing it and they're jacking that up. That movie's being totally just obliterated by the fans. Nobody wants to see the shiz. Disney is just doing stupid shiz, you guys, and this is part of their bullshit. So you got right here, and I'll blow this up a little bit and everything. Let me get this up real quick. I just want to say once again, hello to all my peoples out there in YouTube land. I love it when we can actually get into these little commentaries, like you guys get on the page and you guys, like you did in the last video, we get up there, everybody has their little opinions and stuff like that. And I welcome all comments, even negative ones and so forth. I always say, I'm never going to erase any even negative ones and so forth. I don't do that and so forth. I will come back at you is what I'll do and so forth, because that's just how I do it. That's how I roll. I roll with swings and punches and hooks, all that shit. So don't get it twisted. So I welcome it and everything. But I believe that everybody should have a voice. I don't believe in canceling people and whatnot. So when everybody throws their comments in there, by all means, whether you agree with me or disagree with me, go ahead and lay your comments in there. And if you guys like the videos that I'm putting out right now and whatnot, if you guys are totally into it, please like and share the video, because the sharing of the video really helps a brother get out there and get our message out there. For you guys that are believing in the same message that I'm preaching here, then please share the video. Get others to find out what's going on. They have a common voice and everything. I believe in speaking the truth in my mind, and I don't let anybody stop me from doing it and so forth. That's just how I roll. Like I'm rolling right now with this stupidity of Peter Pan and Wendy. You notice they changed it to and Wendy? Like why is it Peter Pan and Wendy? Why couldn't it just be Peter Pan? Well, you make a remake and you got to throw Wendy in there too. She wasn't the star of the movie. If you want to give Wendy her own movie, then make the story about Wendy, the behind the scenes of Wendy. The origins of Wendy, such and such. I forgot what Wendy's last name was and everything. And the Wendy story of meeting Peter Pan or something like that. If you want to do based on Wendy and everything. Wendy was a big part of Peter Pan, but Wendy wasn't the freaking star. Peter Pan was. Peter Pan was the hero, not Wendy. Wendy helped in that. She helped out with the Lost Boys and stuff like that, and that was a big role for her and everything. But Disney always got to freaking change shit up because of these new progressive bullshit, feminazi heifers out there nowadays, and all this freaking LGBTQ craziness and, gender, mess. Now they got to change all the boys. They did this with the Boy Scouts. They did this with the Boy Scouts. The Boy Scouts aren't even in the Boy Scouts anymore. Why? Because all of a sudden they started saying the girls need to be able to be in the Boy Scouts. Well, the Girl Scouts, they already had the Girl Scouts. They had the Brownies, the Girl Scouts, but now all of a sudden, boys can't just have their own thing anymore. So they got to make sure that the girls are in there because we got to be inclusive and everything, diverse, all this bullshit. I said, well, why couldn't the girls do the same thing the boys are doing in the Girl Scouts? And so forth. They could have done all the camping trips. They could do all the freaking things that the Boy Scouts are doing. Seems how women are equal to men and so forth. You want to know why the girls didn't want to have their own thing? Because they needed men when they go on them damn camping trips. They found out that just putting the girls out there by themselves probably isn't the most safest thing for them and everything. When it's just nothing but females and you get some crazy lunatic out there or something like that or some craziness that normally girls would kind of run away from because they would need a man to be there to help protect them. Yeah, they act like they don't need a man, but I guarantee you, when that dude's up there trying to come at them and sexually assault them, all of a sudden they're going to need that man. All of a sudden they're going to need another man to take out this man. But they don't think like that because, we're stronger than men. Okay. So here we are. Some believe that Disney made a mistake by turning Tinkerbell black. And let me zoom this up a little bit here. Let's do a little zoom. We'll bring that up so you guys can see that a little bit better. Some believe that Disney made a mistake by turning Tinkerbell black in the next Peter Pan and Wendy movie rather than creating a new character for a person of color. And boy, we're going to get into that, you guys. Twitter is now outraged about this decision. Why? Because even people that are black now, they're starting to realize that why are we getting the hand-me-downs? Why are you guys giving us the leftovers? Why can't you create stories on black characters like from Africa or from Jamaica or from Puerto Rico or the Dominican Republic? Why can't you make stories and history stories about those characters? Those people, there's a plenty of African stories about kings and queens that Disney could easily do. But they choose not to do it. You know why? Because this is how and these are the ones that I call the real racists. See, Disney's the real racist. The real racist white people out there, ladies and gentlemen, are these Democrats. I say this all the freaking time and so forth because they don't find black people's stories important enough. So they take what they feel is important, which are only the white stories. And so that they can give a black person or a Latino person a bone, to appease them. They think they're appeasing black people and so forth. We'll race swap the character. We'll make Little Mermaid a black girl now. We'll make Peter Pan, who's no longer a white red-headed kid, with red hair. No, he's Indian. Yeah, he's from India. Okay, that's Peter Pan now. And so forth. He's no longer the little white boy with the red hair and so forth. Kind of looks like a girl almost. A lot of times in the Peter Pan plays, they would have a girl play Peter Pan and everything, which was always kind of odd to me, but that's what they would do and everything. So if you missed it, Disney released the live action movie teaser on Tuesday, giving fans their first glimpse at Yara Shahadi. Yara Shahadi. Okay, this is the person that's playing Tinkerbell, okay? As everyone's favorite pixie, Tinkerbell. But a lot of people are upset with the change, claiming it suggests the studio's more concerned with image than diversity. Twitter's in a frenzy over Yara's role, with one person writing, Disney loves to race swap these days instead of creating original and new characters that are POC, people of color, and everything. Another echoed that, saying Disney's more focused on race swapping original characters as opposed to putting in the time to make a new product with more diverse cast. I could not agree more. Damn, shaking shits. Okay, I couldn't agree more, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. This is what these fools do. They race swap thinking that they're appeasing people. You're not appeasing nobody. Disney, you're going to lose business. Nobody's going to go see your Little Mermaid movie. Nobody's going to see your freaking daggum, what's that? Snow White. It was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Now it's Snow White and the who knows what the hell they are, because they're swapping the dwarves out for some other type of things. From what I'm hearing, they're thinking about putting them back in. But we didn't want to put dwarves in because that would be offensive to the little people, they were saying. I'm like, dude, the little people were up there saying, hey, what about us? We want movies too. These are the perfect roles for us. They didn't like it. But Peter, that one guy, Peter something, I forgot his name. He's a small person, and he was up there complaining about it. Oh, here's Disney going to do a stereotype with little people playing dwarves, and the other little people were up there saying, "What the hell are you talking about, dude? Hey, don't talk for me. Say that shit's for yourself. We want to play those roles because they want to get paid, and it's their way to break it into the movie industry." You know what I'm saying? But you got somebody that messes it up for everybody else. That's what happens, ladies and gentlemen. You got a certain amount, little group of people that mess it up for everybody else. And that's what pisses me off about all this shit. These people want to freaking think they're gonna change it for a small group of people. Oh, we're gonna make it to where the feminists are gonna be happy now. So we're gonna make all the Lost Boys girls. There's literally like 3 boys in there. All the rest of them are all played by girls. All the roles that are the more masculine kind of roles that the Lost Boys were playing are being played by girls. Yeah. Because they can't make their own shiz up. Girls can't have their own shiz. They can't make up a movie based on just girls that maybe did something like that. Make up some new stories. That's what they're talking about. Create new shiz. Make some new shiz. Make Disney. You freaking did The Princess and the Frog. You can't do any other ones with a POC character? Come on. And so forth. But they can't do that. They got to keep freaking going down the whole freaking, we're going to freaking take all the white stories and we're going to swap them over with black people in them. And we're going to swap them with Asian people and these people that weren't originally in the original versions. Everybody knows what Peter Pan was. Everybody knows the cartoon. Little kids are going to be looking like, what the heck is this? I'll give you a perfect example. A little girl and everything, and maybe I might be able to get the video for it. The little girl, when they seen the trailer, this little black girl, she was seeing the trailer for The Little Mermaid for the first time. You see the girl like this. She's watching the thing she's watching the little trailer. She's like, and then she turns around towards her mom and her sisters and so she said, "That's not The Little Mermaid. Who's that?" The little black girl knew that was The Little Mermaid. She says, "That's not it. Why would they do that?" She wasn't stupid. She wasn't fooled by this bullshit. She knows the Little Mermaid is white with red hair. I think that Disney also has a problem with redheads too. Go figure. And there's clownfish be talking about that and so forth. But yeah. So this is what they're doing, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll read a little bit more here. on here. I'll get to you some of the comments that some of these people are talking about on this too, and then I'll end this shiz and everything because I don't need to spend too much time on it and whatnot. So another echo that Disney, Others say Tinkerbell has always been known as a white girl with blonde hair and blue eyes, and diverting from the original material isn't right. And they're correct. It isn't right. Why are you diverting from it? Do the original flavor. Nobody wants to see some swapped character because now it doesn't even look like it's Peter Pan. Freaking Peter Pan don't look like Peter Pan now. You got this Indian boy playing him. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell is this? Anyway, as you know, Disney recently made this same move with The Little Mermaid, casting Halle Berry. Halle Berry. I always want to say Berry because I see Halle Berry. Halle Bailey as Ariel. As for who would make a great fit for Tink, Twitter's goal that answered to, a bunch of folks are saying longtime Disney Channel alum Dove Cameron would have filled the role perfectly. And I don't know who that is, alum Dove Cameron, but obviously I'm pretty sure that person probably would, because he probably looks more like what Tinkerbell looks like. Tinkerbell didn't look like this. This is not Tinkerbell. Okay? Tinkerbell don't look like this. Look. Here's a bigger picture of her right here, and so forth. No, this is not Tinkerbell. Look at what some of the people are saying on Twitter. There are incredible African stories to be told. Why does Hollywood continue to ignore and just cast them as remakes? What's this? Mami Wada should be made by Disney. It is currently on the market with little coverage, especially by social media. Why? They're talking about this lady right here, Mami Wada. Why didn't Disney do something on that? And this guy comes out, he says, they prefer to only show stories about slavery and oppression. No idea on their reasoning, but seems a little bit odd. A little bit odd. This guy here, Disney couldn't care less about making new stories with POC characters. They just put POC people to play white characters, and that shows how lazy Disney is, how racist this is. It's like they don't think POC people deserve their own stories. And they're exactly right. To black people, this is racist to them. I don't know what Disney's thinking. Disney, you might want to wake up. You might want to talk to the black people that you're trying to kiss ass on and so forth. You might want to ask them maybe what they would like to see in a Disney cartoon. They don't want to see old cartoons that have already been done and made over and over again. And now you're casting them in those major roles. They don't want that. If you were going to do, you should have done that in the beginning. You didn't do that, so don't try to change it. And so forth. I don't like seeing it myself. I prefer seeing the way it originally was and everything. If the character started off white, I want it to remain white. If it started off black, I want it to remain black. If it was freaking Indian, remain Indian. I don't want to see Pocahontas being played by an Asian girl everything, or a freaking blonde-haired, blue-eyed white girl. I would be just as disgusted and so forth, because that's not the race of Pocahontas. But I'll tell you one thing they didn't do and everything, because look what they did when they got to the Lost Boys here and whatnot. If I could find that. Where's that scene at? Not that one. Oh, I had it over here. If I could show that scene again and everything. Where's it at? Get over here. They brought one. They got one Lost Boy here, and made him a boy. You know what I'm saying? They got a couple and everything. Look, these are the only boys right here. I'm not even sure. I think this is a girl still and everything. I think these are the only other two boys and so forth. That's it. They completely just erased who the Lost Boys are and everything. But they come in here and they completely race swap everybody. And where's the one where they show Homegirl at? Where's she at? There she is. See, now they got Tiger Lily. Well, they didn't race swap Tiger Lily. Look at this, y'all. Look at that. Tiger Lily is being played by an Indian girl. That's the only thing they got right in the whole daggum thing. The only thing. Tiger Lily. And of course, they're going to make Tiger Lily because they said that Tiger Lily was betrayed. They said there was racist, how they portrayed the Indians in Peter Pan. How was it racist? What was racist about what they did? Peter was friends with the Indians. Peter actually came to rescue Tiger Lily from freaking Captain Hook when Captain Hook used her as bait to freaking capture Peter and so forth. You know, I know, don't talk to me about Peter Pan because I know all about Peter Pan. I'm a Peter Pan fan. But I'm going to tell you right now, I've got all the Peter Pan movies. This is the only one you ain't never going to see me watch, dude. I ain't laying eyes on this shiz. Hell no. This ain't my Peter Pan. This ain't my Peter Pan, y'all. No, it's not. And never will be. And so forth. But you know, they didn't race swap Tiger Lily. No, they left her as an Indian and so forth. Isn't that funny? So white people are getting pushed out of the movies that they normally were the main characters of. They're getting pushed out of it. And I don't like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for all you people out there that think that's racist and everything. It's not. Because these weren't the race of people that played these parts and everything. If you're going to be true to the history of stuff, if you're going to play things by the book, play it by the book and so forth. I don't want to see race swapping in movies. I don't want to see it and everything. I don't want to all of a sudden see, oh, now Peter Pan's gay when he clearly had a thing for Wendy and Wendy had a thing for him. You know what I'm saying? But they'll try to do stupid shit like that and they'll make them gay probably. You know what I'm saying? And everything. Not that I'm saying they're doing that in this movie. I'm just saying that's what they'll do. They do these things to freaking appease this new progressive culture that is freaking twisted and demonically evil, in my personal opinion. That's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. The Disney is completely gone just to the dogs. It is over for Disney. I don't ever want to watch any more Disney. I'm done with Disney. Everything. Disney, you ain't getting my money. I'm definitely not subscribing to Disney Plus. You know how many people they lost? Disney is gone. Their stock is completely plummeted and so forth. They're losing money. DeSantis just took away their whole land ownership that they had, where they were kind of like an autonomous zone where they made their own governance over at Disney World. Oh, that's gone now because they doing all this freaking grooming on children, all this freaking LGBT, all this pushing, trans this on children and stuff. Thems and theirs and all that bullshit and so forth. All that demonic evil that these fools keep trying to push out there and act like it's normal and so forth. It's not normal, ladies and gentlemen, and people ain't falling for it, And so here's the last little outlook right here, and I'll end this right here. So outrage. Peter Pan Lost Boys includes girls, and Tinkerbell is black in Disney new remake Peter Pan and Wendy, and that's what we've been talking about, ladies and gentlemen. They totally made it. These are the girls right here. These two girls right here. Yeah. They're playing the two twins that I was talking about and everything. Nobody's coming to see these girls play the two twins and everything because the two twins were, first of all, two white boys, right? Two blonde hair white boys and everything. And they were twins. They weren't girls and they weren't black. I'm sorry if that hurts people's feelings. I'm sorry. It is what it is. But you people don't freaking get it and everything. Stop twisting the stories around. Give the people what people want. If I'm going to go see a Peter Pan movie, I want to see the authentic vibe. I want to see it the way you transform. I want to see Peter Pan the cartoon jump at me in live action from the way the cartoon looked. Don't twist it around. Oh, now we're going to make the two twins who are Lost Boys to be freaking two black girls. And everything. And then they get all mad. So, we can call ourselves boys. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to misgender your stupid behind. I didn't realize that you two girls were boys. Yeah, that whole freaking, and that's the message that they're sending in this, ladies and gentlemen. That's the hidden message. Turn your big kids from boy to girl. People are nowadays literally freaking having kids, and they're literally starting to groom their own kids to be in this way. Oh yeah, you got freaking Pink who freaking say, "Oh, I'm not gonna gender my kid now. I'm gonna wait till my kid's old enough to gender themselves, and they can gender themselves." And of course, what she's doing, she's actually pushing her little girl, or I think she had a girl, or was it a boy? Yeah, she had a boy, I think, and she's pushing the little boy to be a girl and everything. Of course, she's putting him in dresses and so forth. She didn't give him a chance to freaking figure out what he was in the first place because she's already putting him in dresses. She didn't dress him up like a dude. She was dressing him up like a girl. So of course he's gonna grow up thinking, "Oh, I'm a girl." Stupidity, y'all. But this is what it is. So Disney's new remake of the classic Peter Pan, titled Peter Pan and Wendy, include woke changes that sparked outrage on YouTube and Twitter. So YouTube and Twitter are both going crazy. The reason why I can't show you guys the actual trailer, because Disney will basically it'll shoot my video down. YouTube will shoot my video down. I won't be able to play it. They'll cancel the video. In other words, I'll get red marked and they'll red flag it and the whole nine, and they'll make it to where the video can't be played. And so forth. So that's the reason why I couldn't really play you too much of the trailer. I could play you that little snippet. That was about it. And so forth. And everything. Critics lashed out at Disney for swapping Tinkerbell. And these are critics, ladies and gentlemen. They're even criticizing this. Disney's got a big problem on their hand. They got a big problem. But yeah, swapping Tinkerbell for a black fairy. The remake also includes Girls Among the Lost Boys, which differs from the original all boys plot in the 1904 play by J.M. Barrie. Okay, this thing came out in 1904 about Peter Pan. In the movie, Wendy, portrayed by 13-year-old Ever Anderson, meets up with the gang of unkept youths on an island who introduce themselves to her as the Lost Boys. But you're not all boys, Wendy says, to which one of the tomboys responds, "So?" Letting you know that you better call us by our pronouns. We're theys and thems. We're non-binary. You mean dumb berries? It's a bunch of dumb dinkleberries and everything. The two rough and tumble tomboys are played by 11-year-old twin sisters Kesley and Skylar Yates. These two. Yeah, it's dumb. There's the girl. There's Tinkerbell. All swapped over. There's the boy that's playing Peter right there. You guys can see he's this Indian boy and everything. So far, it looks nothing like Peter Pan at all. But that's Peter. Fans are dismayed over the casting of black actress Yara Yashadi as Tinkerbell, a traditionally Caucasian fairy. Over 15,000 comments were left under the Disney trailer on YouTube. 15,000 comments! 15,000! That's a lot of comments, man. One critic wrote, "More like Pedro Pan and Takesha Bell." Takesha Bell. I get what he's saying. Takesha Bell. Like Waukesha. Oh, shit. Takesha Bell. Pedro Pan. Okay. Because Peter Pan's paid kind of like by an Indian Hispanic kid. Another person wrote, "And this kind of stuff is why Disney lost $123 billion of their market value in 2022. Listen to that, ladies and gentlemen. $123 billion. While a third person commented, "Cool, Disney trashing another classic by adding the usual woke representation. Lost Boys now include girls. What a surprise!" Peter Pan and Wendy, which filmed in 2021, was originally slated for the 2022 release, but the release date was delayed by the pandemic. Looks like it needs to be. I think it needs to be continuously unreleased permanently, because this shit is trash. This shit is trash. That's all I gotta say. It is trash, trash, trash. She says, "I'm telling you, man. But this is the bullshit that we're getting now. This is the bullshit we're getting, ladies and gentlemen." So I just wanted to come at you guys with that terrific, crazy news on the new Peter and Wendy movie, starring the new black cast, all new black cast. It's going to be wonderful. I'm sure you guys are going to all love watching the original Peter Pan race swapped. And also, as you all will know, that Wendy probably more than likely is going to make Peter Pan look like he's an idiot. That's pretty much what this is probably going to be. I guarantee you that Wendy's going to be the star of Peter's own movie. He's going to get side swapped by Wendy now. Watch what happens, ladies and gentlemen. And guess what? You want to know the only characters that are not race swapped? You want to know who's not race swapped, ladies and gentlemen? Captain Hook and the pirates. Oh, they're all white. The bad guys are always going to be portrayed by white cis males. That's what they like to call white people now, you know, or males. And you're a cis male, you're a cis white male, or you're a cis white woman. All this stupid bullshit. You're a cis male, whatever, and everything. Ladies and gentlemen, don't put up with this bullshit. In the end, what we all need to do, and this is going to be my final flow on this, and then we can go home and have a good day. Ladies and gentlemen, don't put up with this shit. You know what the one thing that these stupid companies keep forgetting? You realize that, like they said, $100 billion stock just plummeted for Disney because of all the woke shit. Because they're done. They're losing subscriptions left and right. Okay, left and right. So what we need to do, ladies and gentlemen, vote with your pocket. Vote with your pocket. Anything that goes on in this world, dude, you know how we change things, ladies and gentlemen? And you please, if you're listening to this, if you guys are gotten this far in the video, we need to start fighting back with our votes and our money. Our money will determine what we will receive in the end. You see what I'm saying? You don't go off and just go buy yourself just any old car. You go buy yourself a badass car. You go buy the best car that's best for the money, the price for the money. That's what you want. You invest in a good car. You go get a used car, it's gonna die down on you in a couple months. You get a brand new car, that thing's gonna run for at least, a good freaking 10 years before things start going wrong with it and everything. So you invest in good stuff. Don't put your money in this, because if you keep buying the bad stuff, they're going to keep putting bad shiz out. It goes for our politics. The leaders that we vote for in our states. California is known for voting for freaking these Democrats who are destroying this daggum state. This state is freaking finished, dude. They got big investors, people that bring big businesses. They're all leaving. They're taking the business out of California because Gavin Newsom and the rest of his crony Democratic rats and everything are freaking upping everything in taxes. They want you to pay for all this stupid shit. Do you realize that this flipneck put out some stupid thing? And I don't know if it's passed yet, but be watching for this if you live in California. Oh yeah, Gavin Newsom's behind this. Black women who get pregnant, guess what? He's going to pay $1,200 a month for the whole time of their pregnancy. So if you're a black woman and you end up getting pregnant because you're black, and it's so unfair to you black women because you guys are so poor. See how they belittle you at the same time, black people. They're belittling you. They're saying you're not capable of getting a good job. You're not capable of raising your kids right. Let us, the government, do it. We'll take care of your kids. We'll pay you money even too. But listen to what we want. Vote for us. Vote for us. So and so on the back end of that, us, the taxpayers, we have to pay for it because Gavin's not coming out of his pocket with that. No, he's raising your taxes up in California, ladies and gentlemen, so that he can pay for that program to give all these black girls and that get pregnant who are going out partying, doing whatever and getting pregnant. Oh yeah, we'll pay for it. Well, actually, California will pay for it. All the residents that live in California. But if you're white, if you're Chinese, if you're any other race, oh no, if you get pregnant, well, I'm sorry, you're on your own. I tell you, man, this is Democrats for you, dude. These are the people that are destroying our country, destroying the states that you live in. Leave these Democratic states and go live in a red state. That's why DeSantis is doing so well in Florida. Why Texas is doing so well. Because they don't got all this bullshit going on in their state with these woke-ass freaks. Look at Portland now. All the businesses are leaving. Portland's only got 2 Walmarts in Portland City. Guess what? Both Walmarts leaving. Why? Because the freaking prosecutors out there won't prosecute the criminals who are stealing from them. Yeah, they're constantly getting robbed all the time. So they said, man, frick this shit, we're out. They're doing the same thing that daggum freaking Scott Adams said out loud. They just say it quietly and they just kind of scoot out in the night and everything. It's probably what Scott Adams should have did and everything. But this is what we need to do, you guys. If we want to stop this, if we want to reverse this whole bullshit, we need to start paying attention to what these fools are putting in front of our children, what we're voting for in our Congresses and in our Senates and for the presidency, all that stuff. Stop giving them your money. Stop giving them your votes. And that's how you stop them. You stop them dead in their tracks. Because I guarantee you, if nobody freaking watches this shit, Disney's going to have a big problem on their hands. They're going to be sitting back going, oh, damn, dude. We just cannot get this up. Because what they really want to do is groom your kid. They're trying to get to us Christians. And they want to put this in front of our children, us Christians, because they want to demonize our kids. They want to freaking convert their brains to believe it and thinking that this is okay. And so forth. Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it. Take your money and put it somewhere that's going to be worthy of your dollar and everything. And on this one right here from the TJ and MJ Spend Your Dollar, Save Your Dollar movie reviews, I am saying, don't spend your dollar. Save your dollar. I'm out, y'all. This is TJQUaKe. And once again, if you guys like what I do here, please subscribe and share the video. And most likely, give it a nice little like. If you like it, just give it a like. It's real easy. Click, click, like. Click, click, like. It helps us out, y'all. Really does. Anyway, you guys, I'll be back at you guys with some more shiz. I can't once again appreciate all you guys who've been coming over and subscribing. Thank you so much for your subscription. I'll keep bringing the shiz to you real as much as I can. You know how I do. I'm out at 5,000, y'all. Peace.
Yeah. Here we go. I'm TJQUaKe, the ghetto gamer on this gaming thing. Yeah. Here we go. I'm TJQUaKe, the ghetto gamer on this gaming thing. Gonna bang 'em up, gonna shoot 'em up, right here on the gaming string. Bang bang, blaze it on up. TJQUaKe, we're busting like the 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Let's get into this, y'all. Yeah. TJQUaKe, the ghetto gaming show.